Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of Round 2 of the City State Championships, this time featuring Ionia versus Freljord. And I've got Super Naked Zombie again here with me, not forgetting to introduce him.
You forget to introduce me a lot.
Yeah.
But it's fine, let's look at the teams.
It's fine, right. On the Ionian team we have Zed going to the mid lane, Varus to the bottom lane, Irelia to the top lane, Lissandra to support, and Udyr in the jungle.
And on the Freljord team, we have Lissandra in the mid lane, Volibear in the top, Ashe down bottom, Sejuani in the jungle, and Nunu down bottom with the Ashe.
Fantastic. In the first game, of course, Ionia being the team on the 3v3 got wiped out of the Twisted Tree line by the Shadow Isles, so they're looking to pick up a win here for the first time, put themselves on the scoreboard, and Freljord, on the other hand, looking to pick up their second win, try and join Noxus at the top of the league currently. After destroying Piltover on the Rift last time they appeared, it was pretty one-sided, and they've got some of the champions returning this time. They've got all three of the princesses, which I'm pretty glad to see. They've got Lissandra, Ashe, and Sejuani. So it's good to see people making use of those girls, and a Yeti and a bear to help them out, you know. Nothing like a bit of slave labour.
I like seeing Volibear and Nunu on the same team. I like the big Yeti bear style characters. Of course, Udyr on the other side, rounding out the pack.
I am interested. He's gone Phoenix stance, so he's going to be a Phoenix bear in the jungle. Phoenix bear? Phoenix Udyr in the jungle, not tiger bear. Phoenix bear makes sense. He'll get bear stance, whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Phoenix bear. It's a bear that comes back to life. A zombie bear, even. So anyway, what are your predictions for this match? Looking at the team comps.
Looking at the team comps, I mean, Ionia, I think they're stronger than their last team comp, which it's hard to say because they did their 3v3, but they've got some danger in, like, Zed assassinations. Depending on how well Lee Sin does in support, he could transition and be a good initiator or, like, utility for his team. Irelia at the moment isn't the strongest in this meta, and Varus is not one of the most popular AD carries, so they're weak there. Freljord on the other side, apparently, Ashe taking a ton of damage down at the bottom. It looks like Lee Sin was hidden in the bush and the arrow coming across from Varus there. But yeah, on the other side, the reason the Freljord team destroyed Piltover is possibly the same reason they'll destroy this game, is the amount of CC they have. They have Ashe arrow for long range initiation, Sejuani for slightly shorter range but still ranged AoE initiation. They've got Lissandra who will just get in there, Volibear who will just run at them, and Nunu who's just going to sort of run around being Nunu. But
I mean, that Nunu ult as well, if you've got a lot of CC, that Nunu ult becomes very powerful.
Oh yeah, like, if Ionia does get the upper hand, or it's at all even, he's going to help to, like, split up at all, like, anything, but
oh yeah, he can really divide a team fight.
Forgot to sort out the people down the bottom again. I'm just going to do that while we watch this bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, not much happening at the bottom lane. We've got a bit of poke getting down on the Ashe, but it's too early for them to really gank. The Varus has a lot of range on the Ashe.
Oh, Udyr coming into mid lane, but Lissandra able to use that EOA and able to get out pretty safely. I think the only really story of the lane, like you say, they're all pretty even. CS going back and forth. The only
this Ashe is very low. If this Varus can get a couple more Qs off, she's going to really struggle to stay in lane.
Oh, misses that Q, unfortunately. But
yeah, I think that was
the only lane. Oh, we've got Sejuani going on the top lane, gets in on top of Irelia, using that E and the red buff, flashing in front of them. Irelia turns it around and picks up the first blood, decides to go back in onto Volibear, but he's got his passive, and that's probably a little bit much, but well played by Irelia there, turning that gank around onto a very early, weak Sejuani. Sejuani's kind of beefy and stuff, but she doesn't get strong until she's got a couple items, and she is a tank initiator, she isn't damaged. I think she was a bit foolhardy on that.
Yeah. I mean, still, this Varus poking out this Ashe very well. She's really struggling to contend with the range of that Q.
And now the CS is starting to show it as well. Before, like, there was only a couple creeps in it, but now he's over doubled her CS, and she's going to have a hard time. And Nunu once was a very favourable support. Nowadays,
he's a lot less useful. I mean, the slow is good. It's very helpful, but there's not that much he can do as a support, especially not compared to like a Lee Sin.
But we do have a Sejuani coming down the river. They don't have it warded, but it looks like he's going to see it. He gets the ward right in just at the last second. She will charge, but we won't actually reach onto Varus. The spinning starts going, and this could be a second blood for Sejuani. If she isn't careful, she does back out of that one, but Nunu now caught far too forward, has to flash away. Ashe
I think they're going to collapse on the Ashe if they get a chance.
They should do, like, remove her, but I don't think they want to blow their summoners a bit too much.
I don't think so, and Varus is out of mana completely.
Yeah. For now. It means the pressure should let up on Ashe, but yeah, this is an...
Yeah, but a sensible move from the Sejuani coming down to support the bot lane who is struggling. It has made it a lot more even, but yeah, she's got to be careful. She's not nearly tanky enough.
In the end, they've got no mana left on Varus, but that was going to happen eventually.
They've got mid!
Oh! And another turnaround onto a
Lissandra.
jungler. Unfortunately, didn't catch that, but Udyr looks like he was just holding the mid lane because Zed had to go back. That's Lissandra causing problems. She's picked herself up a red buff now, and that's not going to make it any easier for Zed, who is already struggling in this mid lane, down by quite a bit in CS terms. So it's really on the spotlight to capitalise on what they've already built up. Lissandra throwing the Q back there and then going away, then decides to jump in, takes a lot of damage in response. The crit from Ashe. Turret hit takes Nunu, and Varus picks up the kill and the exit. And Ashe in the back there flashes away, so Sejuani's picked up by Lissandra on the exit, so...
Yeah, I mean, Lissandra very low now, they don't want to chase too far, but Ashe has to be careful where she goes back now, because that Varus Q is ridiculously long range. Fortunately for her, they're not gonna... it's not quite that long range, they're not gonna follow up for that.
No.
But, I mean, this is free farm now for Varus.
It's really pushing that advantage, and like I say, they need to... Varus, unfortunately, Varus and Lissandra, if they do get fed, like, Lissandra's going to be able to pop one of them. But if they could really shut down the Ashe and make her a non-factor, like...
Yeah, I mean, the CS difference at the moment is like, what, it's about 40 to 13, which is, you know, crazy for this.
And that's a sign of dire straits as well, like, you always know when AD carriers behind when they pick up a second Doran's Blade. And that means that they just want to be able to have a little bit more health, have some power now in the lane so they can convert it.
The only reason you'd buy that second Doran's Blade is if you don't have enough gold for anything else. She's come back with, what, about 500 gold, which just isn't enough.
She's just been able to pick up that and boots, and I think the boots are important to help her dodge a little bit more, but Varus on the other side with a kill, and that's a kill assist and his, like, over double CS.
I think I would have gone pickaxe then, but the second Doran's Blade is...
It's fine. It gives her a bit more It gives her a bit more health to survive in the lane. That's primarily what it's done.
Boost to dodge the Varus Qs should help her out a lot.
But also, we're talking about mid lane going so well and bottom lane being the saving grace. Up here in top lane, Irelia forcing the Volibear back. Yeah, pops the passive and forces him back, and she's level 6. She's used her ultimate now, but Volibear on a one-on-one, his ultimate doesn't gain him a lot. So he's gonna.
I mean, that attack speed's nice. And it will clear the farm away very quickly, but it's more for team fights, isn't it?
But yeah, Volibear is...
We've got this Lissandra in trouble mid with the Zed and Udyr collapsing in on her, but she's got the escape.
She looks confident to turn it around, like they're both pretty low on health. She's got herself...
Yeah, I mean, she could easily catch out this Udyr if she's not careful.
Oh, but it looks like Zed wants to go in, goes in, stutters a little bit, tries to fire off the shurikens and doesn't get much damage done. Udyr decides to go in, stunned in place. She ults down on top of him, and that's a dead Udyr. Zed ulting in response. She's flashed back near to the tower. That turret hit might be the end of her, but luckily picks up the double kill.
She was very lucky there. That tower hit was... I mean, she must have been right on the edge of that range then.
Yep, very right on the edge. She does have her... her flash still available, and yeah, Irelia coming in here trying to pick this one up, but not able to get it, which is a shame. And meanwhile down bottom, ping is going down. Varus is starting to take low. The poke back from the other side seems to be making a difference. She tries to hit the Q down onto Nunu. Seems to be going really aggressive. The kick back onto Ashe. The Q landing as well, and they pick that kill up. A very aggressive
I think they're going to get the Nunu as well, because Varus's Q will be up very soon.
Yeah,
not quite.
I think he's going to run. But Lissandra teleporting into the back, ease into the bush behind the Varus here. The Q landing from Lissandra, and Varus trying to put down what damage he can, and it looks like Lissandra's going to smartly back off because he does not want to deal with this very fed Lissandra. Same story as we saw last time. Yeah,
I mean, this Lissandra is looking seriously tough at the moment, you know.
But that's her teleport down for a bit now, which is, that's a little bit of her danger gone, her presence on other lanes.
Yeah, I mean, she's
getting a little bit aggressive here. Does get caught in the
Lissandra's got all the kills for Freljord at the moment.
Yeah,
it looks like she's about
trying to give him what he can. Getting hit by these constant Qs and turning out for a lot of damage. Goes back the other way, manages to dodge the next Q. Lissandra trying to follow up. Will she be able to get in range? Misses another Q.
Not quite.
And takes a turret hit and decides to back off. Yeah, she's going to be quite annoying as well, though, because she's picked up a catalyst.
We might see an engage now between this Udyr and this Sejuani.
Oh, yeah. Udyr coming in the back here, but he's a level down, and that's a double buff Sejuani. But it looks like we've got Zed coming to join the fray as well. Sejuani trying to turn the fight around, going up to try and get behind her turret. And looks like she might be able to, but she's run into an Irelia, and that's not good news. She uses the ult to get them away. Irelia flashes in, but isn't able to connect with her. Zed goes around the back way, forces her back into the jaws of the Irelia, but picks up the kill.
It looks like they might... Nope, they're fine.
Yep.
I mean,
But here comes Lissandra. She's caught onto the zesth. And
Lee Sin even. Oh no, sorry, that is.
she does have her ultimate up as well. He turns around, puts the death mark onto her. She uses the W, taking a lot of damage in response here.
She's got 2 levels on him, and he's now used his ult.
Yep. But he is doing a lot of damage. Lissandra uses her E to get into the fight there on top of the Udyr and manages to ult and kills the Zed coming out of it, and Irelia is on the run from the Volibear as well. He doesn't have his bite up, but the Ignite's gone down, and don't think he'll be able to pick that one up. But Lissandra
yeah, I mean, this Lissandra's doing very well. Out of she's got the 6 kills. She's got all of the kills for Freljord still. And it's giving her. I mean, she's winding up awfully third.
What they've got, yeah, but they're behind in gold as a team, and all of their eggs are in this Lissandra basket. So
the Ashe is still really struggling against this Varus. This Varus is what 70 CS to Ashe's 36. That's not great for Ashe.
And once again, they're turret diving down the bottom, taking a lot of damage onto the Lee Sin. The Varus ult's missed because that's what the Varus ult always does, and it looks like they're going to pick up on the Lee Sin and punish him for his over-aggressive play.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the Lee Sin kill, but Varus is holding his own against the 2 of them. And I mean, if they're not careful, he could easily pick up a single or maybe even a double kill.
Yeah, just wondering.
He's definitely going to get to push this tower.
Yep, and no one's going to come in as a response. Sejuani trying to come into the mid there, lands the charge in onto Zed. Lissandra E's in, and they're just going to slow him up and kill him.
I mean, Udyr's in.
Oh, he gets
I think
out
it's
at
a
the
little bit
last
too late for Zed. That
second.
Ignite's going to get the kill.
There wasn't an Ignite, that must
Was
have
it
been
not the Ignite? Was it Lissandra fire damage?
Red buff from
Red buff,
Lissandra.
of course.
Yep. I didn't think the red buff would be enough, but Lissandra is such a high level compared to everyone else. She is 3 levels
she's
higher
doing a
than
lot of
everyone else.
damage.
It's going to be a tough time for him. So as long as he can take out the Ashe, who shouldn't be too useful, he can use his ult, take out the Ashe. The real problem is this is Lissandra, has a Rod of Aegis, so she's fairly tanky regardless. She can ult herself if she gets into trouble. If she builds a Zhonya's, she can then start ulting other people at will and using her Zhonya's to stay alive, or using both of them to give herself a ridiculous time of immunity where they won't be able to kill her, and the damage that she does outside of it will be enough to burst people down and win the game. Like, this Lissandra at this point is setting up to single-handedly carry this, and it's looking very scary for
Varus
Ionia.
is doing okay down bottom, but the Sejuani is coming up behind them.
Yep.
And this could be an interesting engage.
Varus doesn't quite have his flash available there.
That Varus is fucked.
Yeah.
Boom, there goes the Varus. The Lee Sin's out safely, but I mean, that was unfortunate. Sejuani came in. That kicked the Sejuani away. Seems sensible, but would have been better off kicking the Ashe. And now,
don't want to go to the back
quick dragon.
Yeah, well, quick dragon.
Volibear Fox top.
Oh my god, now my laughs on the internet, great.
I mean, that's what happens when 2 people go in and gank and you're far forward like that. I mean, there's
He's
very
quite far
little
behind this
ward
Irelia as well. This Irelia does not care at the moment. She should be able to, like, do whatever she wants, and this dragon's still going on after all this time, but it does look they'll eventually pick it up. Misses the sniper, eventually takes it down. And meanwhile, Lissandra continues on her rampage. Which, this is going to get ugly, I think, in a minute between her and this set if it's just one-on-one. Like, we were saying good on Irelia for 1v1ing, well, 2v1ing and killing the jungler at the beginning, and then Lissandra decided to follow that up, and
yeah, I mean,
now Nunu's nearly died to the blue buff. Oh my god, Nunu might die to the blue buff, but Lissandra luckily comes in and saves his ass.
that's.
Oh, it's really.
I mean, that Nunu's got to be worried about that.
I think he was low coming off helping with the dragon, and then was just tanking it up for her whilst.
Still, you've got to misjudge that quite badly to get that low. Still, this Varus pushing bottom quickly. You know, he's going to get this tower if he's lucky.
And I think that's some gold that the whole team will appreciate there, because now Freljord have taken the lead in gold, like, with bottom lane starting to be not pulled back so much, but some mistakes leading to the deaths of both of their players down there. This Lee Sin has picked up a sightstone thus far, which is good for Lee Sin, and it's good for the support wars, so that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a good move. The sidestone's always a helpful item to have on the team. We don't have much going on right now, do we? I mean, all the lanes are pushing backwards and forwards.
Yeah,
this is the time when Varus would have loved to do Dragon, but he's not going to get it.
It's all about Varus.
And they're all collapsing mid on the Lissandra. Now, this is if they can gank the Lissandra, that's a good strong move, but they're not going to get her. She's too close to tower. Even with the whole team there, they are going to struggle to gank this Lissandra.
But they can push her. They can push the tower I think. They should be able to push the tower, but they should be careful. Sejuani's coming in from the back. She has her ultimate. Ashe arrow comes
Oh,
up
the
from
Ashe
top lane,
arrow.
connects with the Udyr. Sejuani
Sejuani's
diving in there. She uses her ult, it catches on, and she's got the Varus. The Varus flashes away to the top side though, and Irelia dives in on top of the Lissandra. Lee Sin dives in behind the tower, and it looks like Lissandra's just going to get out. Zed dives in the background there to Ashe, and she's going to keep on pushing through. Thyde goes, not Thyde, Udyr goes down as well, and
yeah, I mean that was unfortunate for Ionia there. And I mean all that time Volibear was pushing top as well. You know, they didn't even need their full team there to take out Ionia.
Yeah, I think Lissandra definitely realised she was the main focus of that
this
team.
This Varus is in a bad position now, because that tower's gone down. Lissandra's quickly in there.
Lissandra's got her ult, and that's quickly game over right there. And
I mean, this Volibear, he's not going to get the top quite yet, but he's well on his way to getting that top lane.
Yeah, he'll get it eventually, and this is giving him.
They've taken mid tower. They're way ahead on gold, way ahead on kills, and Lissandra's now 8-0.
She's going to be a problem. She is going towards that Sonya's hourglass with the Seeker's arm guard. I think she's done very well here, and she's just going to get more and more dangerous. I think part of all of her success is, if you look at the enemy team, there is a Lee Sin, an Udyr, and Irelia, all of Woil, and to some extent the Zed as well, the way he works. All of them are going to be wanting to jump in, and apparently
that was a spectacular lucky Volibear top. That was an incredibly close fight. The tower and the passive. Yeah. If they'd been anywhere under than other tower, under tower, that Volibear would have died.
I think the plays that the Ionian team are making top and bottom is as a result of this Lissandra mid, and it looks like she's going to go in here again. Lee Sin coming around the side, but it's that easy. As I was going to say, her W, she's just able to stop these champions as they come in on top of her. Like,
yeah, I mean, this
all
Lissandra
of these melees, they needed more range, I think. Like,
yeah, I mean, this Lissandra's playing very well, and we're seeing that CC from Freljord that you talked about earlier. The crowd control really stopping Ionia from doing anything.
Yeah, the Ashe arrow is coming in out of nowhere. It doesn't matter if Ashe is a little bit behind what Varus is, as we see.
I mean, look at a Nunu ult like that. It's rare that you get to use a Nunu ult well.
Getting pincered in here. The Varus ult goes down onto Nunu and spreads to Ashe, and a double kill for Varus there, which is pretty easy. And yeah,
I think it's going to be easier for Ionia to get a little bit too big from their boots. If they're fighting without the Lissandra, they're in trouble.
But like I said, it is all on the Lissandra. A fight without the Lissandra, the team is much stronger. A very risky maneuver there by the Udyr, and yeah, she puts the ult down onto herself.
And that's a double by Lissandra. I don't think she's going to get the quadra. Nope. No, she's not. But I mean, that's a double kill, and she saved the tower. That's a good move there.
She did, but she finally got shut down. And
but I mean,
went over to Irelia.
At 10 kills, 10-1, I think you're allowed a shutdown.
But the gold still goes back over to the other team eventually.
Oh yeah,
she did a very good job, no mind about it.
And was the Varus, did the Varus get the kill? Because I mean, he's been the one who's got most of the gold.
The kill went over to the Irelia, and Irelia's now finished her Trinity Force. If she becomes some sort of life-stealing tank, she is going to be very dangerous to the other team. Sejuani here deciding to go in onto Varus.
Not a great idea, especially not with the Lee Sin coming in.
But no, this is spiraling. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the oh, it looks like a cancelled teleport came down there from Lissandra. It goes on to the shorter cooldown version. But yeah, like it looks like Ionia are definitely under pressure. They feel like they need to make plays right now. Yeah. Like that 4-man dive onto Lissandra into the turret. It's not the smartest move. They get the shot down, but they don't get the turret. They lose 2 people. They could have rotated it better, I feel. But part of it is they're suffering from their team comp of, oh, that's a good Sejuani ultimate onto the Lee Sin there. They knocked
that Lee Sin's down. They're probably going to get the Udyr as well.
Unless he starts really running away quickly. We've got Irelia coming in. Ashe arrow from the backside stuns him up. Nunu flashes forward, starts challenging the Empire. Not the Empire, the Frozen Domain.
I mean, that's exactly what this team is going to do for the rest of the game.
Yep.
That Ashe arrow, that Nunu ult, it splits up the team.
And
it stuns
exactly
the team.
what Freljord did in their first game against Polto, and this is the strength of them. I think they've got so much of this on their team alone, like just from the roster of champions that they bring. But these ones exemplify the best as well. This like Lissandra, Ashe, and Sejuani, like.
And they're taking the objectives as well. We've seen games where people will win a team fight and then not do anything with it. But when Freljord won that, they got a dragon and a tower out of it.
Yeah, they're doing the right things. They're pushing when they need to, and they're not just killing people for the sake of killing people. They're killing people and then moving on to something afterwards, which is exactly what they need to be doing. And this Lissandra is just terrifying in every way. walking over a pink ward there and deciding not to kill it. I don't know whether that's a bit of bait. She walks straight into a bush. Zedol goes down. She uses her E to get away. She's in the grasp of Nunu. Zedol pops and doesn't do all that much damage onto her. She's also opted not to finish off her Sonya's Hourglass yet, as we see Irelia continuing to chase in. They really, the Ionia want to force something so much. If they have anything, like any small advantage, like Lissandra's pretty low, they want to try and take her down.
Yep.
That Varus ult
looks like they're going to.
Yep. They've jumped in there. But she's
oh,
out.
and the flash!
The flash away, and then Zed down. Volibear goes down in amongst all of that. Sejuani comes in and cleans up the Udyr, and now Ashe and Sejuani should be able to chase down onto these two. They need to try and focus their damage onto the back, onto that Ashe, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. The Ashe arrow comes out, stunning Varus up. He does manage to pick it up, and he's turning that damage around, and he has got a lot more than she does. He flashes in, and he secures the kill. So that's a good job by Varus to bring that one back at the end. Important to note.
Lissandra survived that.
Yeah, it did not go down at the beginning, so that turns into a 4-for-4 trade. Varus gets a little bit out of it, but she again doesn't go down. And also, she'd only gained 1 kill since she'd last died, so you weren't really shutting her down again yet.
No, exactly. I mean, still, once you've got the Lissandra out of the picture, you can then push a tower a lot more safely. But, I mean, like we were saying, the last team fight that Freljord won, or did well in, they managed to get objectives. Ionia didn't really gain anything out of that. It was 4-for-4. They didn't get the Lissandra, and they're in pretty much the same position.
They're in a very dire situation. I mean, this game is like a couple team fights from them losing it if the Freljord does it cleanly enough. The inherent problem with their team composition is very melee based. If Lissandra hadn't got as fed as she had, they wouldn't have to be quite as scared or focused on her. But she has, and that's what they've got to deal with, and she is clearing out that pink ward now, that's good. And her pressure that she's put around the map has allowed both Volibear and Ashe to get back into this game. Both of them are now.
I mean, early on, Ashe was struggling, Volibear was not doing well, but
Ashe,
they've both got their towers, they're winning their lanes, and I mean, look at that, Volibear just took out the Irelia.
She did, and he did, and I completely missed that, and that wasn't that close either. You can see.
No, Volibear popped his ult. I don't think he used his passive, but I mean, it was a seriously easy.
Oh, that's a nice ult there from Varus. It catches onto the Nunu as he uses the Talisman of Ascension to try and get people away.
The Ashe arrow flew in, stunned up Udyr. That's
a huge Lissandra ultimate there. Takes down the Varus very quickly. Zed's going to follow shortly afterwards. Sejuani's in the middle there, and Udyr's trying to chase down, trying to pick up the kill onto this Nunu, which he will get, but he's going to go down shortly afterwards. And yeah, there he goes. Sejuani getting a triple kill, bringing herself into the game now. She's.
I mean, Lissandra's so fed that the rest of the team is getting fed as well. You know,
like, they spend all the time trying to focus her, so she just avoids all the damage, does what she can do as a Lissandra. She put herself right in the middle there, caught them all with her ultimate, and just did it. Again, instantly there. She moves herself back because the Irelia comes in.
Yeah, I mean, Lissandra's playing very sensibly, and it's working really well for Freljord as a team.
And like,
they're going to get this tower.
And what we were talking about, you see Volibear and Ashe down top and bottom respectively, just keep pushing their waves out, getting themselves minions, and meanwhile Lissandra with a couple of teammates just absolutely annihilates this mid lane. And
I mean, and the fact that Ashe is free to just farm and push towers means that even though she lost in that fight to the Varus, she is going to be able to take him on eventually.
Oh yeah, she will eventually. She's gone for the Infinity Edge, so her power spike's a little bit delayed. He's gone for like this, what's termed the Legolas build and the Bloodthirster Last Whisper, so he's got a lot of just straight up AD damage. It makes his Qs very strong, as we see Nunu going very low in the mid lane, but not able to even pick up the Nunu. This is not looking good for Ionia at all. I
mean, when the Nunu survives his ult, that's when you know you're in trouble.
But yeah, the Ashe going for the Infinity Edge, it works better on Ashe for one, like synergizes with her passive a little bit, and once she gets some attack speed and stuff in there, she will become much stronger. In the late game, we see Lissandra diving forward there, getting the W down onto the Udyr, who busts his ghost but gets flipped back. Yep, there's the flip! And Sejuani trying to come in for the kill steal, but not quite managing it, and Udyr goes down to the Ashe, who is... there's just so many kills across the board now. Irelia is not able to 1v1 Volibear anymore. Ashe has got so strong, she's picking up kills in team fights. Lissandra is just the driving force behind the team, and Sejuani's just getting in there in her ultimate. It's truly dangerous. Irelia going straight into the Ashe there.
But they don't get the kill on the Ashe.
And they don't know.
Oh,
but
Lee Sin following it up, but I don't think he's going to manage it.
Yep, he's there.
Not with Sejuani coming in.
Oh, the Zed manages to pick up the kill. We have Nunu rushing forwards here now. Lee Sin goes down, shortly followed by Zed. The energy users are out of the game, and that's a very low. There's a flash in.
That Varus is going down.
Oh, the flashing from the Nunus to the Empires. Not the Empires, the Frozen Domains constantly. But we see Irelia rejoining the fight here, and there is no ultimate here. And she's doing a lot of damage to everyone. She busts her ultimate, picks up the first 2 kills, looking to go in onto the Lissandra now, who gets a good W down. She flashes over the wall, and it looks like she's going to get away yet again.
The survival ability that this Lissandra has, I mean, I think she's escaping. Yeah, every time it looks like she's going to die, she's escaping. She's 15 for 1. I mean, that's insane.
Because of clever use of her E and her ultimate, and now her Zhonya's hourglass, she's able to dodge so much damage that she can save her flash for these really clutch moments where she absolutely must flash. Not when she can flash, but when she must.
Yeah, and I mean, she's not. I mean, it's a Lissandra. She doesn't have to flash into engages, and she's got that ability to get out. She's getting out of fights at sensible times, so she is saving her flash for situations like that where it is do or die.
It's the versatility of these engagements as well. I mean, it's good having like stun ultimates and like big AoE ultimates like these teams have, but because of the global range of Ashe's ultimate, she can throw it in from anywhere to help out. Sejuani's ultimate, again, there you go, Ashe.
Yeah, exactly.
Not from miles away, but from out of vision of the other team. And
yeah, and I mean, that got the engage. I'd say that Ashe got that kill on that Lee Sin.
Exactly.
You know, that was the...
But they don't just need that one. They can have Sejuani start it off, and then the Ashe hits later, or either of those.
I mean, they've got the Volibear flip, which is almost as helpful.
There's just so many ways for this team to start a fight, and again, this is where they won against Piltover. I thought against Piltover it was partly because of the squishy nature of most of their champions. They like to kite back, and Freljord didn't let that happen. But this team is different. The Ionian team wants to get in there, they want to fight. This Irelia and this Udyr should be able to brawl. The same with this Lee Sin, being a support, maybe not quite as strongly, but he should have the options. And this Varus should want to tie people down and do damage to them. Zed wants to like fly around, killing people. I
mean, we're talking about CC. Varus' ult is spectacular CC when he hits it. And, I mean, Zed can lay down phenomenal amounts of damage very quickly.
But I think Zed has just struggled to get going. He's tried to go for a Ravenous Hydra, he's tried to go for AoE damage, and that's all he's got. We see this
Lissandra laughing at them, and, I mean, she
knows. Yeah, like, you'd like to say he's a dick.
She's not getting caught, she's not getting killed.
Oh, but the Varus ult goes down there onto Volibear, but he's so tanky, he just does not care.
They're focusing on Volibear, I mean...
They want to get whatever damage down they can, but they get the damage back onto Lissandra, and they get the shutdown.
Lissandra, but they've lost the Lee Sin.
I would trade
and now it's just an all-out fight against the 2 tanks.
Yeah, just the brawl in tanks, and somewhere at the top lane, Zed picks up a turret there. Going down, the Ashe arrow comes in, gets
Volibear ults at a sensible time, Volibear gets a double kill,
Ashe comes in,
Ashe is going to pick up the kill on them. Irelia, I would have thought.
I would hope she does. Irelia is going up to that top lane. Very fast, Irelia, very, very fast.
Yeah, I
apparently much faster than that Ashe, who was unfortunate not to pick that up. Flashed in and didn't actually pick up a kill in the end, because her arrow was
I mean, we saw that arrow save the Volibear and get the Volibear that double kill. I think without that, the Volibear might have been caught out a lot earlier.
Got the Nunu searching for the Irelia here, but she's going to get out in time. And
yeah, I mean, good effort from the Nunu, but she was
looking at a 12k gold lead now and 15 kills, which is, funnily enough, the exact number of kills Lissandra has. So, we know why this team is winning. Like, it's obviously a team effort. Freljord are playing very well around her. Like we said earlier, they're taking objectives. Well, they've slowed down a little bit, but they were taking objectives. The team has done what they need to get back in to get on Lissandra's level.
Yeah, I mean, they're being sensible with their lane pushing. They're being sensible with their team fights. The Lissandra's playing spectacularly well. And I think now she's so fed that they're going to really struggle.
The problem with the Ionia, like I say, they want to fight, but they're doing it the wrong way. They just keep forcing it down mid, and Irelia just not going to get just not flipped. Unlucky there on the Irelia.
On my screen, I saw some of the flip animation there. I think that was an unfortunate miss.
Yeah, it's that last half a second, and we see the Varus just get absolutely annihilated by the second follow-up flip. And
fantastic, Nunu ult there.
Yep.
Irelia goes.
Udyr shortly follows. Apparently, Ashe killed the Lee Sin up at the top lane as well, and that's going to be the mid turret, if not the mid inhibitor, definitely for sure. Whilst Zed's split pushing the side lane, he's not even going to get that turret. I think he should just stay. Oh, and that's a very early surrender there.
I mean, it's not exactly a surprising surrender, but it is
I do not blame them. Like we talked about, Freljord was the biggest stomp. They got the biggest stomp in the first round. they
Yeah,
then do it again to Ionia. I wonder if anyone can stop this Ionian. Like, the champions they have at their disposal are so powerful.
But I mean, that wasn't just a team comp difference. That Lissandra got fucking fed.
No.
You know, she was, and I mean, by the end of it, Ashe had caught up on farm with the Varus. I think they were...
yeah, definitely team effort, but the Freljordian team wants to watch out of. They now go up to 2 wins, putting them even with Noxus, who also have the 2 wins. So it'll be interesting to see when those two meet, if Noxus continue on their spree and Freljord do too, but Ionia goes to 2 losses, Freljord goes to 2 wins.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Feel free to cut this.
Yeah.
So you want to say the usual YouTube bollocks, subscribe to this channel.
Oh, I never say any of that.
Well, this is why I'm here. Subscribe to the channel. What's the other thing you're supposed to do? Like it, like the thing. Don't comment.
Don't comment. All the comments are fucking retarded.
Yeah, just. I mean, feel free to dislike it too. At least that's feedback. But we're not going to read words.
Yeah, we know we're terrible. But alright. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks.